Alrighty, so the Betelgeuse, however you want to pronounce it. The raid is out, which or deathmatch or whatever you want to call that. Yeah, it's here for the part 2 of the ReZero collaboration, and I just wanted to go over 2 different teams that you can use. We recently had a Heroes Way update where you basically get Liz for free, so I do recommend that you use Liz in this fight because this is considered a deathmatch. Her passive actually works, and you can immediately level all your cards up to level 2. You can put Gother on the team. We had that, starter beginners banner or whatever from the festival with Light Elizabeth, and so you might have Green Gother. If you don't, understandable, but he works really well. Maybe your teammate might have him, and then you can run just complete DPS if you want to. I don't necessarily think Merlin is the best here. I tried Rimuru earlier just to see if it would work, but he actually didn't do as much damage as I was hoping he would. But either way, just know that the big gimmick here is that you can use Liz, and it works really well because it's obviously going to level up all of your characters, right at the beginning. I'm playing with an AI just to sort of get this over with quick and show you guys how it's done, more than having actual cooperation. It would definitely work better if you played with an actual teammate because obviously he's going to use all of his cards right at the beginning. He's not going to get the rank up. It is kind of misleading because it's only a 160,000 CC fight on extreme, which seems really low, but he actually doesn't. Okay, wow, nice. he actually takes a lot less damage than you would expect him to, so we're gonna go for something like this and see if that kills. I'm not exactly sure how Merlin's gonna fare during this. Obviously, big gimmicks here are Beatrice actually is the strong unit for this fight, so if you for whatever reason have actually powered up Beatrice, she would be pretty good for this. Actually, Merlin's doing very well, but she would do very, very well because he actually takes additional damage from lifesteal. Beatrice herself deals an extra 30% damage. ReZero characters deal an extra 80%, or maybe it's 150. I can't remember exactly, but they take 80% less damage and you deal more damage. So ReZero collab characters are obviously, I guess, preferred. That's what they want you to use for this. So that obviously makes sense because it's a ReZero thing. But just running the mono green team works really well. I guess you could technically put Echidna here in this slot, or I guess Rom if you really wanted to. Don't think that those are like the best characters or anything, but because Echidna's double AoE. I don't know. She could be actually pretty good, but I figured I would just keep it simple and go for something like this. But you can see how easy this one was. He does remove all of his debuffs and everything at the beginning of the first turn. There's not really anything else that's super crazy that you have to worry about. He takes less damage from ultimate moves in phase 2, so you might have to worry about that a little bit, I guess, but you can see this one was pretty easy. Next up, we're going to use the new red Summer Diane because she is a deathmatch unit that actually works just in deathmatch as well, so we might as well get some good use out of her because she's actually, I would consider the better option because she immediately puts on buffs as well as ranking up, and you can use more than just green units with her. So let me swap the team around a little bit and I'll show you what that looks like. Alrighty, so here we go. We have the Diane team going. The first time that I tried this out just to make sure that it worked, I actually got double Amplify cards for her, which was really nice because this Amplify card actually was doing really nice damage. So unfortunately, I won't get as many stacks for melee as I would hope for, but it is what it is. Obviously, you don't have to have Diane or, Liz on the team. They're just kind of nice, like, utility to have to sort of, like, get high-level cards, like, right out of the gate and everything. You can obviously just run, like, if you and your teammate are running Gother, you get the level 1 rank up or whatever, or the turn 1 rank up, per se. That'll obviously work just as well. But it can be a little bit more RNG based, whereas using Liz and Gother on the team, you immediately have level 3 cards right out of the gate, so that's really, really nice to have. If you're a newer player, haven't invested into Liz yet, I do recommend it. She's very, very good, at least for running death matches, and it's like these event death matches are kind of like an outlier where you can use her and she's actually really good for it, but also just running her in like Grey Demon and Belmoth as well is really nice, so those are great to have. But yeah, I mean, altogether this really isn't too hard of a fight. It's pretty simple from my understanding. I mean, there's not really any crazy mechanics to it. Melee does absolutely god tier damage, of course, so if you have Melee, just throw him on the team, get a buffer or whatever if you really need to, and yeah, you'll be bopping on him in no time. So that is pretty much it. If you have any interesting team comps or anything that you would like to throw out there for, you know, people in the comments to see, or maybe they want to try it out, or they don't have these characters or whatever, feel free to leave suggestions down in the comments below. I would much appreciate that. I'm sure other people that don't have these units would as well. And that is basically it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.